Have you ever had a conflict that was unresolved? All relationships begin by gathering information about each other. If our expectations are met in the relationship, it continues. As the relationship develops and roles become clear, there is a commitment to the relationship. For example, in the dating relationship, we agree to get married. At work, we become committed to a good working relationship. Through commitment, the relationship stabilizes and becomes productive. They live happily ever after. Well, not always. Conflict often begins with a small irritation called a pinch. Ouch! I wonder why he said that. Usually the thought is quickly dismissed and the relationship returns back to a stable condition. He probably didn't mean it. If pinches continue unresolved, there may be a disruption in the relationship. Ambiguity and uncertainty increase, resentment builds, anxiety increases, and there's either blaming or guilt. Guilt because I believe I didn't do enough in the relationship, or blaming the other person for the conflict. If the conflict continues to build, it becomes a crunch, where intensity is high. Some will try to go back to the way things were. Let's pretend this didn't happen and we'll start all over. Starting over without clarity about expectations and recommitting only leads to more of the same. Sometimes a crunch leads to terminating the relationship. If old issues haven't been resolved, the issues get carried into the new relationship and it starts all over. A crunch can be resolved when both parties work through the issues and agree to new expectations. This is stressful and may require a third party, counselor, or minister. It is better to resolve an issue when it is small at the pinch. A pinch can be worked in the moment before it gets too big. When you said, "Let's go out to dinner," did you mean you didn't like what I was going to fix? This gives an opportunity for the other person to clarify their intent. "No, I thought we'd take a break and go out." A pinch can also be worked later if you are feeling some intensity. In summary, conflict is when one person no longer tolerates what the other person says or does. Conflict should be resolved at the pinch before it grows. Conflict can be resolved at the crunch, but requires more skill and possibly a third party.